And it's Cameron Dummigan. Dummigan has Han Jung-woo to his left-hand side. He's just overplayed that a little bit, but no way Sligo player stepped in to try and take it back. That's a really good cross by Han. And Sammy Benamar was arriving. Dundalk still have it. In it goes towards Pat Hooban, trying to direct it down to somebody in a white shirt. But Andre Wright is there in a red one and finds Walter Figuera. Pat Hooban clips it across Jurkowskis, tidies it down to Greg Sloggett. Sloggett now for Benamar. Jurkowskis is on his outside. Benamar will put it in directly. It's into a dangerous area.
What a ball. There he is.
And Sean Murray has another one. What a wonderful cross in it was. And Sean Murray on hand, a player in form, and he's finished. And Dundalk lead by a goal to nil.
Great play, and just as we said, Dundalk were asking questions. The good possession in front, and Benamar and Jurkowskis down the side. It's a great ball by I think Benamar took it. Got on the ball, Jurkowskis get run and took the full back away, but what a ball in. Whipped with pace into the front post, and Sean Murray timed it superbly, run into the box, very hard to pick up, and finished with aplomb. First time finish, and an excellent well worked goal from Dundalk.
Superb goal from Dundalk. What a pass it was. What a cross in it was by Semi Benamar into it, as they say, a dangerous area, John, wasn't it?
He done it numerous times the other night. He didn't have much luck, we say, going by people the other night, but when he had the chance to put the ball into the box.
But Sligo Rovers have it again. It was Ryan de Vries with the attempted pass back in. That's a good ball forward as well. And this is a chance. Oh! And it's 1-1. And it's Johnny Kenny with a superb finish. And John, that casts your mind back to Tuesday night and that opening goal for Sean Boyd for Finn Harps, doesn't it? Very similar goal. Lovely touch by Johnny Kenny and a nice finish too. But Dundalk will be disappointed.
It was an excellent goal from a Sligo perspective. Lovely ball over the top. I think it was just over Dan Cleary's head. Wonderful touch by Kenny, and in fairness, he showed great strength to hold off Jurkowskis there. Took it in his stride and finished with aplomb. But from a Dundalk perspective, he shouldn't be allowed to do that. The pass, he's done really well. He's got his head up. He's had time in the ball. Niall Moorhan, lovely little ball in. Centre halves, I was actually Cleary and Jurkowskis a little bit too far apart. Starting positions. I think Cherry knew exactly what he was doing, but Leahy wasn't just on the same wavelength straight away.
Here's Benamar now, looking to run at Donlan, and here's Jurkowskis now. Can he get there? He can. The cross is in. Chance here for Hooban, blocked. Chance again for the Dundalk. Oh, it's again. And it's Sean Murray again. Well, this is more like the old Dundalk. Sean Murray capitalising on the block by Sligo. And just 20 minutes in, we've had 3 goals already, and 2 of them are Dundalk's.
2 by Sean Murray also, and both of them coming down from that right hand side. This time it was Benamar slipping Jurkowskis down the end line, put in an excellent cross. Pat Hooban took a touch, lined it up, and I think it was excellent block. I think it was by Colm Horgan in there. And then the ricochet fell to Sean Murray, took a touch, composed himself, and absolutely smashed it home with his left foot. Again, Johnny on the spot, 2 for him, and he is in a really rich vein of form at the moment.
I think the word you used there, and that is that he was composed, wasn't he? He took his time, John.
Yeah, he could have easily just swung at it, but no, he took his time, took a touch, set himself up.
He's done well there, Leahy. Just sticks out a leg and prevents the ball travelling into the penalty area, into an area where it could do damage. Here's Pat Hooban, he's found Michael Duffy. Duffy's in here, Duffy! Saved by McGinty. Good goalkeeping, got out, narrowed the angle.
Really, really good play. We just mentioned Pat Hooban, and he's fighting off 2 centre halves there, and he's held it up, spun, and he put a little slip ball into Duffy, and Duffy done well, took it in a stride. And he'd be really, really disappointed he didn't finish that, because his first and second touch were really good out of his feet. Got his head up, maybe his third touch was a little bit under his foot, and McGinty an excellent save, but Duffy would be disappointed he didn't slot that home there.
Andre Wright rises. Sean Murray is beaten by McDonald, but Dundalk have it back again, patching. Here's Michael Duffy to run at Horgan again. Still Duffy. Well, if he's carrying an injury, Michael Duffy, he's certainly not showing many effects of it.
No, he was really, really good and well on Tuesday night against Finn Harps. He's a threat every time he's going forward.
Cleary's cross in. Michael Duffy is at the back post to return. Oh, and it's gone in!
What a ball in.
And it's probably an OG, I suspect. Michael Duffy gets there just in time before the ball crosses the end line and cuts it back. At 63 minutes, it may well be an OG. We'll get a look at the replay in just a moment. But what is for sure is Dundalk have established a 2-goal lead. Dundalk 3, Sligo Rovers 1.
I think it was Dan Cleary played the ball, and you're looking at it going, Duffy is just going to go away from it. What can you do here? And he's absolutely smashed the ball. I think it was Pat Hoogan got a touch on it looking at that. But Duffy done so well. The ball is literally on the end line. He's stretching forward, half volley with his left peg. Absolutely buried it.
Well, the stadium announcer has announced that John Mahon had the last touch on it. It doesn't really matter. What matters is Dundalk have a 2-goal lead. John Mahon tidies it back to McGinty. McGinty long, Cleary meets it. Slug it with the flick on. Pat Hooban is onside here. Hooban's left-footed effort over the crossbar. Certainly onside.
Really good by Mayo. That's what he's been put in there for, just to see it out. He sees the breaking ball, goes in the win, and shows great strength to hold off McDonald. He wins the throw in, and again, that's it, nearly over. He's done well again in his cameo appearance.
Michael Duffy might have something to do here in the final moments. Checking inside of Horgan. Here's Pat Hooban. Hooban out of his feet with the shot, and Dundalk have a fourth. And there may have been a doubt about the identity of Dundalk's third goal. There's no doubt about the identity of that one. It's Pat Hooban with his 15th goal of the season. No question about that one. And Dundalk lead by 4 goals to 1.
They've tried that numerous times in the second half, Dundalk, and Cameron Dummigan spraying the ball all of 50 yards across to Duffy. Took on Hogan, set up Hooban, little roll out of his feet, and absolutely smashed into Mark McGinley's right hand post. Excellent goal, and just put real icing on the cake for Dundalk, and thoroughly professional performance.
Pat Hooban flavoured icing on the Dundalk cake this evening. Another win for Dundalk, 2 in a row, following up that win in the Cup, albeit the win in the Cup was after extra time. But I don't think you can underestimate just the confidence that Dundalk seem to have drawn from that game, John, and the confidence they can take from this game going forward. This was more like an old Dundalk performance.
Yeah, they were excellent from start to finish. It's like in patches in the first half caused them a few problems, but after that Dundalk dealt with everything comfortably. They look really good going forward, and whatever Vinny has done with them the last number, the intensity levels, the closing down, there's a real trigger. Hooban and Murray, they're the trigger, and they're pressing in pods. There's no man on his own, and they've been really good the last 2 games here. And again, they've been aided by a wonderful crowd, it has to be said, has got behind them in the face of adversity, when we thought Tuesday night and tonight again that they've been decimated. But they've really answered, and they've stood up, and they've done themselves and the club proud.
Well, the Shed have plenty to shout about here this evening. They haven't had many opportunities, given they were locked out of the ground due to COVID for so long, but they're back in, and they are playing a part in re-inspiring this Dundalk team to better performances. They don't need many excuses to be sounding their voices, the Shedside Army, and they are certainly making a noise here this evening. Let's have a look, John, at those goals again in this game here. 4-1 for Dundalk. The opening goal for Dundalk, Sean Murray with it.
Yeah, Murray, we've said he's so good at making that late run into the box, and he spots the Benamar has the ball, and Benamar, he's just got his head up, played into a lovely area, and Murray's come in at that near post in between centre halves and just tucked it home. But Kovska and Benamar in the first half, they were really good, overlapping, underlapping each other, and both of them are responsible for Dundalk's opening goals. It was really good play down the right hand side.
Benamar involved in a Dundalk goal again tonight after winning the penalty on Tuesday night against Finn Harps. Here's that equaliser for Sligo Rovers.
Yeah, Sligo, it was probably one of the few times that a Sligo midfielder was able to get on the ball and get his head up in the entire match, and it was a wonderful ball over the top for Kenny, who in fairness showed great strength, great composure to finish, and probably against the run of play they got the goal, but they showed what they were about. They have that quality,
and given what we've seen from Dundalk this season, with that one in, you feared the worst, but fortunately second goal coming just 6 minutes after that equaliser.
Yeah, and again, you've said it's down that right hand side. Kovska's fortunate enough probably with the ricochet to fall into Sean Murray, but once it fell at his feet there was no look involved. An excellent touch to set himself up and absolutely smashed it home. And just as you said earlier on in the year, when the Dundalk conceded that equaliser, it was as if someone deflated them, the bubble was burst and the heads were down, but not today. They really raised their game to try and get back in front.
And well, Dundalk supporters with more confidence in the likelihood they'd emerge with the 3 points here with a third goal and widening the gap between them and Sligo Rovers. Who exactly had the final touch is the question.
That angle was much better, and even then it's still difficult to tell. So just looking at Hoban's feet there, I'm leaning towards an OG at that stage. I think his feet didn't look set to get a touch in it, but I don't think anyone from the Dundalk persuasion is really going to care. But definitely no doubts about this last goal.
Well,
wonderful ball by Dummigan. Duffy teasing the defence, set up Hoban. Again, it was a wonderful little touch, a little drag back across the defender to make the space, and he's absolutely rifled at home.
Would Liam Buckley have a look at the goalkeeper here?
I think the keeper was blindsided. He couldn't see, so he's very fine. Hoban was very clever. He used the defender as a shield to hit it back across. McGinty, he'd no chance for it, and it was the power as well, right into the corner. He'd no chance, McGinty.
Well, that's it for this evening at Oriel Park. Thank you very much to John Flanagan on co-commentary alongside me this evening. A successful night for Dundalk, 3 points added to their tally in the table, and as we said earlier on, just as well because the teams around them have won. Finn Harps 2, Bohemians 1, the final score at Dalymount Park. Derry City 3, Longford 0 at the Ryan McBride Brandywell Stadium. St Patrick's Athletic 0. Shamrock Rovers with another late goal this season, collecting the 3 points at Richmond Park. And Waterford 1, Drogheda United 0 is a final scoreline at the RSC. That's it. We will be back with you with another Dundalk match on Monday evening. That's Bohemians here at Oriel Park. We will of course have full coverage on our online match service on lmfm.ie and of course also on LOI TV. That's it from Oriel Park. A good night for the Lily Whites. It's finished. Dundalk 4, Sligo 1.